Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. Shanghai is just about to get underway, but big updates going down yesterday, not just on the roster side, but also on what we can expect in the upcoming patches. Major changes to the map pool coming soon. Haven is going to be back in the pool with a couple of surprising maps potentially departing from the situation right now. A new map as well to be revealed on the final day of Shanghai. So much to dive into today in reaction to it as well. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, I thought this was interesting, of course. So Mini Boo, he will not be playing in Shanghai. He's staying at home, of course. He's not going to play for Heretics because of, burnout and deciding that it's better for him to take some time off. Thought it was interesting that he's going to be watch partying though, regardless, because obviously he's got his studies. He wants to chill out, wants to relax. So thought this is kind of nice to see that, he's going to play with his team, or he's going to watch without playing with his team. And, if the team doesn't perform so well, he might think, oh, damn, maybe I should have gone and brought these guys to the championship. Or if they do well, then, if they win without him, then he'd be kind of gutted, I imagine. But whatever, hopefully it's best for him, and potentially him and Tarek are going to have a bit of a duo up this upcoming weekend. Now Woot, of course, who they have an incredible record with, is going to fill in for the duelist role there. So with Miniboo gone, they're going to move things around. Of course, Patty Tech is coming back in. They'll probably still be pretty good. Will they be as good? That is, of course, a question. Now, a couple of Rostermania rumours going around. So Bleed Esports player Neff, who was, formerly there, has been signed, it seems, by Billy Gaming. So Billy Gaming, of course, a rather famous organisation simply because of what's happening at NRG last year, and since then Som has decided, okay, I'm going to basically go into retirement and never come out again. Although that may have changed, and that may continue to change over the coming days if the rumours around a potential Som return to NRG starting roster are anywhere near truthful. But we also have here from Team Secret a third update to their roster. This one to me is kind of surprising. So we saw yesterday, player to the bench, Borkham getting dropped out right entirely. They looked okay, Team Secret, so far this season. They just fell short of expectations at the playoffs, but there is an argument to say they weren't too far off where they needed to be. But then again, they're not quite Paper X, they're not quite Dear X, they're not quite, Gen.G, and they're not quite T1 right, the other team that made it. So there is an argument that you can say, well, if you're not winning, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not making it to internationals, you've got to make some serious changes. But you could also argue that, did they need to make as dramatic a change as this? And was it possible that a couple of small tweaks could have potentially put them back in the right direction? But no, they've got rid of, a couple of players, and now their coach, Warbirds, is gone as well. So, it wasn't an easy choice. We've taken the decision to remove Warbirds from his coaching duties. Grateful for his contribution. So, yeah, they're going to get new coaches into the team. I know that Warbirds is giving a lot of credit, or is given by fans, really, and by the team, it seemed at times, lots of credit for the success of their culture and their roster, but clearly Team Secret don't think so. So I don't know, I see these changes, I just think I'm not convinced personally that these changes are going to be a good idea in the long term. Certainly making as dramatic changes, but fair play. They want to improve. They're going to make some serious moves. That's what they're going to do. And former Oasis gaming player Wild Oreo is meant to be joining the team instead. So NDG is benched, Borkham is gone, Wild Oreo is coming in, according to Tanmay. So interesting rumours right now. We also had, by the way, on stage 2 of the Americas, we can see some of the format and the schedule already. So of course, initially they played cross group, now they're going to play within group. So, MIBR Lev were both in group Omega, Sen NRG both in group Alpha. They are going to play each other on the 22nd of June. So, that's the first week back, by the way, which is a very important game. So, Sen NRG is basically the first week of matches at the start of June. They're going to play 5 p.m. Pacific time on June the 22nd. So, that's now all been revealed and is, I think it's only on Liquipedia. You guys can go find it all. This was well from Som, not shameless, denied the allegations, get on, it's time to stream. Maybe people are saying, time to scrim, maybe is what Chet actually meant for him potentially joining the roster. But Sommer's reply also I wanted to look at on the Mapset changes that we saw officially announced yesterday, because Haven is officially back in the game. It is going to be returning after Shanghai with some more changes as well. So yesterday they did this dev update that we talked about yesterday. Map rotations, balance of the game, skins, etc, etc. Replays as well, though, is what I wanted to talk about first of all, because they confirmed what many of us expected, that it's nowhere near being revealed. That's actually what was said. That's a direct quote, that it's nowhere near launch because, they're having problems. Now, it makes sense that they're having issues with it. This is a screenshot of the prototype version, which is, still very viable. But the issue is, in Valorant, I think especially, there's so many abilities and, things in the game that are flying around that actually making that be represented accurately in a replay mode is rather challenging. And they shared some examples here of some of the defects that they can come up with when these things are occurring. So you guys can see right about here, I think it was, when the door here on Ascent, of course, is coming at the roof rather than actually down here. And he also showed how I think there was like a brimstone smoke as well. That was, well, actually, you guys can see it here. It's not appearing in quite the right spot. And when it disappears like immediately rather than like fading out of view. So these are graphical errors and problems which they need to resolve. And I don't know how long it's going to take them to resolve it. It's probably going to be another couple of years, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, there is an argument to say, to what extent this actually matters. Do you need to have the replay system working perfectly? If there are problems, can it be revealed anyway? Can it be released anyway? Because, you know, there's so many replay systems that have problems. They have glitches, they have bugs, and, you know, sometimes the smoke will appear properly, sometimes it won't, and it's not great. But there is an argument to say, release it anyway as soon as it's like a minimum viable product so people can use it, and then fix the bugs and glitches slowly over time, rather than just wait until it's perfect, because it probably isn't going to be perfect for years to come. So that's the update on the replays, really. But this is going to be the map pool. So Breeze and Split are gone. Now, Split gone, to me, is a pretty big surprise. Like, they made some changes to Split. I think the map is better now than it was before, and the map still produces absolute bangers time after time. I think Split's still a great map. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but to me, it's definitely better than many of the other maps around. Like, I would have said that Icebox, I know that they've just brought back Icebox, or, you know, something else should have gone, but there is surprise maybe that Ascent isn't gone, because Ascent's been in the map pool for ages. Why haven't they got rid of it? But anyway, Breeze was always going to go. That map just doesn't work. They may need to make some dramatic changes to make that obviously make sense. Split is going to be gone as well. Haven is back in with, you know, we'll see what they've done to it, if anything at all. Some explanation here as well as to why Ascent stays, and they talk about here how they have planned to rotate out Ascent at some point, but, you know, this time they decided against it. It's not a permanent fixture, so, you know, there is no real permanent fixtures, and they say that, like, I think if a map got to the pool, we wanted to take it out of the map pool permanently, we just rework it, to which point we want to put it back in the pool. So, you know, it's not like Breeze hasn't worked, probably won't continue to work in its current format, but their plan is to just change it quite considerably, Breeze, to make it viable again. So, you know, Breeze probably will be back at some point, but probably dramatically differently to how it is today. The thing is, right now, there's just a lot of maps, aren't there? Like, we've got all those maps in the pool now. There's still Pearl out there that could be played with some reworks, maybe. There's still, obviously, Fracture that could be brought back as well. And as was explained here to Angel in the replies, like, actually, there will be a new map coming in as well. So, yeah, a brand new map that's going to be revealed during Masters Shanghai that's going to drop into the pool. So, you know, I think it's nice they're making new maps, but I think there's also an argument that says, like, if you are going to keep on making changes to the map set, and therefore making changes to maps in order to make maps more viable, how about we just, like, calm down with releasing the new maps all the time, and instead try and perfect old school ones? Because, you know, look at Counter-Strike or something. The amount of iterations that Overpass went through to become a viable and excellent competitive map was so many over so many years, and instead of just, you know, swapping Overpass out for other maps, they, you know, just worked on improving the map over time, and it's become, you know, a great map in Counter-Strike. So, you know, when I hear, oh, there's a new map coming in, I'm like, well, it's going to be a new, relatively unrefined map that needs serious changes to be competitive over time. So it's just arguably more problematic for the pro players. But still, I think people are pretty happy that Breeze is gone. This map was, you know, not particularly well liked. The Split changes to me kind of surprising, and, you know, Ascent, I like Ascent, right? But it has been in the game for a long time. I think it is kind of problematic, like the wall banks and stuff. I'm not sure that I'm a massive fan of personally. I know they are kind of part of the meta, to be fair, but the meta has been pretty stable for some time. So, you know, maybe Ascent could have gone, maybe it should have gone. As Zekan says, sucks to see Breeze go. They should have added another halls area. I think that would have fixed all the problems, right? So pretty funny, pretty sarcastic here from Zekan, because that's what they changed, right? They changed the halls, they got rid of it, they bring it back, and all these things. And has it made any difference, right? That's his point. That doesn't seem to matter what they do. The map is just relatively poor in terms of the way the bomb sites are designed, especially the, you know, the approach of the B-bomb site, not so ideal. And as Derek says, happy that Haven is returning. So I think there's some positives and some negatives here. Most players are going to be pretty happy that Haven is back. legendary map in the game. But understandably, some questions as to exactly when this change is going to be made, to what extent this change is going to make some impact here. And of course, Angel was also making the point that he hopes that the timing is good in terms of when they have to adapt to this, because, you know, you're bringing a brand new map in mid-season when the World Championship is just around the corner. I think it's going to be rather interesting, isn't it? So very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care. And I'll see you next time.
About a recent new supporter of Paper X Finesse, who has been watching your games and has been using your government names to support you guys. You guys are smiling. You guys are laughing. What is your overall thoughts on it, and anything, if he eventually watches this, that you would like to say to him?
I mean, I'm really happy that SNS supports us. I mean, before we actually like even qualify for any international events, we already knew that like FNS is like a really good player. So I mean, it's really exciting to see like an old competitor like cheer for us, and also he's really funny. So yeah, I mean, he's my go-to watch party streamer now.
Oh,
Ooh.
I think for me, thanks to him, that I gain a lot of new fans, you know. So yeah, I mean, you can't hate the guy. So yeah, just very good vibes, you know, from him. So, and also I think if he's doing a watch party and stuff, I always go to his stream as well. So yeah, I mean, very funny guy. So yeah, thank you for the new fans as well. So yeah.
Thank you. That's it. For me, I think yeah, I mean it's really funny. I always rewatch his stream every time I like finish the match, because I think it's like one of my favorite as well. He's really funny, and I always laugh every time I watch his stream. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.